what will your first sequence of the day be?
Computer, load up Celery Man, please.
Yes, Angus.
Could you kick up the 43D3D3?
4D3D3 engaged. Add sequence, oyster.
Give me a printout of Oyster smiling.
Okay.
Computer, do we have any new sequences?
I have a beta sequence I have been working on. Would you like to see it?
Alright.
Hey Angus, I'm Tane, your latest dancer. Can't wait to entertain you.
Now Tane, I can get into. Could I see a hat wobble?
Yes.
And a plug and style?
Yes.
Is there any way to generate a nude Tane?
Not computing. Please repeat.
Nude Tane.
This is not suitable for work. Are you sure?
Oh shit! I'm okay.
Excuse me, Angus. Your wife is on the phone. It's an emergency.
I'll get it later. We have important work to do.
Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to another episode of the weekly roundup with my co-host, Nintendogen64.
Yes, welcome back guys. This is weekly roundup number 4. And we're going to recap the last 7 days of speedrunning action in the ISGP. And what a week it has been, CrystalFissure.
Another wild week. Was it 20 plus uploads again?
Another 20 plus uploads.
Yeah.
Unbelievable week. We have uploaded so many races, but a significant milestone was reached in terms of the recording.
Yep.
We have now recorded over 100 speedruns.
So we're well ahead of pace from last year, 2018, which was very successful in its own right.
Yeah.
But it's been good that we can keep the consistency up, and as of the recording date today, some groups have less than 10 races left.
Which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Can you believe this, Chris?
No, well, I can, because I've seen it with my very own eyes, and I think riding on that momentum, I think, is it the right time to finally announce maybe a deadline?
Yeah.
For round 1.
I think so too. So the round 1 deadline, the deadline for races to be recorded, is going to be the 30th of May 2020. So the end of this month, basically, which gives you about 2.5 weeks to get your races recorded. That will leave a little bit of time for uploading.
Yeah, we want to have, because there's a lot of uploads. We want to leave. That doesn't mean you won't get uploads in 2.5 weeks. You probably will still be getting a bunch of uploads because it's just so much in the backlog.
There's so much in the backlog. We have races recorded 2 weeks ago that are going up.
That's right. So. And there is a bit of discretion as well for people we'll quickly talk about the latest replacement.
Yep.
Actually, I've got something to say about that. So we have Cameo the Manio being replaced by Tooney. So Tooney obviously has to get 8 races done in 2.5 weeks, so we will be working hard to make sure that can happen as much as it can. Regarding Cameo de Manio, he really wanted to be part of this, but unfortunately real life got in the way. He's been moving, he's got a job, he's been in isolation, legit isolation in New Zealand, so he's been a very busy man. However, and this is kind of leading into something else, it is not the last time you'll see Cameo de Manio. Don't worry, I've spoke to him extensively about this. Exhibition races, tag stuff maybe.
A bit of tag teaming with Insomniac Anvil.
That's
perhaps?
right. We got plans. Don't worry, he is not gone. But look forward to seeing more of him, and look forward to seeing Tooney, the latest replacement. Yeah,
Group B, another new replacement. Tooney, as we said.
Brilliant.
I'm excited to see what he can do. We still have a few matches left for Group B anyway, so we'll see some Tooney in the mix in the coming weeks.
Looking forward to it.
But CrystalFissure, as always, let's get up our smartphones here, our smart devices, and we will run down the current standings of each group as of today. So we'll start with Group A. And we'll talk about what's happening. And look at the top of the table in Group A, CrystalFissure.
Still, it's remained there. to the point that we're wondering where the fuck is your upload? You know, we need you to get another win or a loss on the board.
I know. I'm sitting at still at 4, so another week has gone by where there's not been a single Nintendogen64 race, which is okay because last tournament I burned myself out pretty quickly.
Sure.
So I'm still sitting on 8 points. Now we have actually a 3-way split for 8 points in Group A. Would you like to talk about the other two still?
Yeah. So we got MTB, Game City, of course, basically 4 wins and no. Well, actually, Game City has a loss.
Game City has lost to MTB, so Game City sitting at 3rd place now. Group A is really, I think, going to come down to me versus MTB. I think that's like the race of Group A.
Yeah.
Not to diminish any other races, but I think at the moment that's shaping up to determine like the winner of the block, unless there's like a surprise wins from somewhere at the bottom.
To me, the biggest sort of like what if is Yogamonia, because he's been around for ages, but he's got 3 crucial losses in there.
Yeah.
And I think that he could have been probably in Kiefer's spot if you're looking at it. He probably could have been in Kiefer's spot, but unfortunately due to I don't know, Kiefer's been able to pull it out of his ass, I guess.
Kiefer, if he maintains his current trajectory, he is poised to finish in the top 4 of the group.
Yeah,
however, it's not a done deal yet for
Not
Kiefer.
quite.
Not a done deal. Medi Excalibur 2012 is hot on his tails, and as we said, Yogamonia still hasn't done all of his races.
That's right.
So he could pull out some clutch victories.
Yeah. I mean, anyone in that bottom, 5 could realistically. do that. Yeah. That's about it for there. I think next week, this next week of uploads is going to be crucial for the group.
Oh yeah, Group A. Expect to see some movement. Group B, we have our first confirmed player for round 2. Gladiator is looking to be untouchable, sitting at 6 wins and 1 loss. He's currently on 12 points. The most wins.
Highest
point total of anyone in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
And his, as you can see, he's locked his place into round 2. Where he sits at the end when all is said and done is interesting. I think if you look at who he's beaten though, he has wins over Daniel Davidson and Toto Zigam.
Yep.
So I think it's unlikely that he's going to move from the top spot in Group B.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much, we can officially kind of say that, don't you think?
Yeah, that's right. And we can pretty much, at this point, not officially, but we can always, I'd say with almost certainty, count out Brandon Black, Spyro Gem 86, and Acorn probably.
Well, the Acorn has only had 1 match uploaded, so I mean.
Oh right, good point. Sorry,
It's kind of. I mean,
you're right, but I guess the thing is with Group B is that it's so competitive, that top 5.
Yes.
But now we have a potential spoiler with Tooney.
Well, Tooney coming in could change everything. Tooney could clean sweep the group. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Or he could drop crucial races to some of the lower tiered people and bump them up perhaps.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, not that I want to see that, but I do think that this group has been fairly evenly matched, especially towards the top. So I'm looking forward to seeing.
Look, Toto Zigam is currently 4th place. That's not a locked-in guaranteed 4th place.
No, it's not.
He has lost some crucial races. Will he continue?
But he, of course, goes without saying that he's been playing with a handicap. So again, props to the sportsmanship there from Toto.
Now, Group C, we also have our first eliminated contestant from the tournament. Do you want to talk about that?
It is Bloskiol. Lucas Bolton.
Unfortunately, Lucas Bolton dropped a crucial race to Liam this week, which unfortunately knocks him to 3 wins and 5 losses. And unfortunately, those 5 losses have come from the 4 people sitting at the top of the group.
That's right.
Which means that even if he does manage to win his last match, due to the extra loss, he will be unfortunately eliminated. Oh no, that is his last match. Sorry, he's done 8 matches. So he's done all his matches.
Yeah, that's it.
And unfortunately, not able to go through.
A great first tournament attempt though from a relative newcomer.
Exactly, and we have another lock for round 2. Charm Sky this week, even if she does lose her next race.
I have to say, I'm seething. I'm seething about that match. If you guys go and watch it, I literally run past an egg, and it just, oh my god, like my chances of hitting the top of the group now dashed.
Yes.
No matter what I win or lose, it's over for me.
CrystalFissure is now in a very jeopardized position.
Yeah.
He does have a win over Liam, which is a crucial win.
That was a good win.
So unfortunately, your loss to Charm Sky balanced out, I think, by your crucial win over Liam.
That's right.
If you didn't beat Liam, your chances of going through would be very, very jeopardized.
That's right.
Now, let's talk about Alice Clark. who also is teetering on the precipice of elimination herself. You versus Alice Clark will be a very important match for your group. That could determine what's going to happen in Group C.
Most likely.
So that should go up this week. I hope. I hope we see that.
Yeah, I think it definitely will.
That's it. So still, I mean, like Liam is. You know, he's in the top 4 right now, but that's not to say he'll stay in the top 4. James, Jones, Fraser, Azra, and Alice cannot yet be counted out because they have.
We do have a battle for the bottom of the table coming up this week as well. Roman versus James Jones. So
I'm very excited for that one.
Look forward to that one.
So Group D, we have another lock for round 2, Dan Fanta.
About time.
Currently on his 10 points, and I don't think he will be. No, he's sitting on a very, very tricky 10 points actually because he has lost to Muddy.
That's right.
And he's also like got Desert Monkey JK, who's moving up to 8 points. He's chasing hot on his tail.
That's right.
And we've got like another interesting situation where Marty has actually got another win, so he's sitting in 4th spot. And Cyrides is also on the cusp of getting that crucial 4th place spot. Group D is turning out to be quite the competitive group. And I'm looking at the bottom of the table right now, and as of right now, Luminize and Skater are winless.
Yeah.
And they are two very good competitors.
This is basically, I would say it's the closest thing now at this point, at this skill level, to a group of death.
Yeah.
Because Luminize and Skater are both quite good. But you wouldn't think looking at the table, right?
That's right.
But don't worry about that. They've got runs coming up, and they're very entertaining.
And great news this week: Steph Askey completed 4 races in one day. Yeah. She did 4 races in one day. That's unbelievable.
Crazy.
So I'm very that was good. She was on the cusp of being potentially on a certain list, but she's not on the list. No one has made the list. CrystalFissure.
What about Eric?
Who?
The G4 VO5.
Why would he make the list?
Because you're clearly very upset that he
no.
title shot.
Look. Yes, Eric did take my title shot. Yes, I'm very upset with Eric. I'm very upset with you, CrystalFissure, of course. However, as you can tell, I'm wearing long pants this week. I am making a pact that I will continue to wear long pants until I get my title shot. You'll be deprived of this until you get...
Deprived of thigh.
You'll be deprived of thigh until I get my title shot.
Thigh.
So I'm still waiting for that. Look, I'm like a vulture. I'm circling over. Eric versus Luke. You know that's going to happen. That's going to be a classic title match. I am very much looking forward to seeing who wins that because, I'm waiting in the wings, CrystalFissure. I'm waiting in the wings. Now, before we finish, we sort of let's bookend this weekly roundup because we mentioned at the open that round 1 is going to end on the 30th of May. That's the deadline for round 1.
Yep.
Now, round 2, we don't have a start date for round 2 yet. But let's just talk a little bit about how round 2 is going to work because I've had a few people ask me, how is round 2 going to work? So, what's going to happen is the top 4 of each group are going to go through, and they'll be drawn into groups of 4. Now, this drawing will be random. It will be random. We do not know who will be in the groups. But each group will comprise of a 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place person from the groups. So we're going to see groups of Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D person. Every group is going to have that sort of group rivalry, that group competition. Yeah.
Which is going to be fun because, there's going to be some people that I think have been raring to face each other.
That's right.
We're finally going to get a CrystalFissure Nintendogen64 match.
That could happen.
That isn't in Toy Story when I kick his ass.
Are we going to get the fabled Nintendogen64 versus Ratchet 5? That match.
Or even CrystalFissure Ratchet 5. All 3 of us have been around for freaking 10 plus years, and we've maybe had a handful of speedruns against each other, and none truly massively important or non-grand final.
I have only raced Ratchet 5 one time, and that was in IAS 7.
Yeah.
It was a Toy Story 2 race.
Yeah, that's
I have not raced him since then. You raced him?
I've raced him in grand finals.
In grand finals?
I've raced you in a grand final.
You've never had a head-to-head with him?
No, never one-on-one.
And we have had one-on-ones before.
We have, yeah.
That was 7 years ago.
When I beat you in... 8 years ago. Beat you in... What were the games again?
You beat me in Monsters Inc. and you beat me in 101 Dalmatians.
But he beat me in Lilo and Stitch, which is my game.
That's right. So
that was
look, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to round 2. These are the possibilities. We could see MTB versus Mighty Maestro.
Ooh, that could be cool.
We could see Vituz versus Keyford. I mean, these are the possibilities.
Hey, and funnily enough, that match could have actually happened in round 3 of the Spyro Speedruns Cup, so keep your lore hats on.
Exactly.
And finally...
Well, we could see me versus Money Maestro 7.
Oh, 7? Jeez,
7.
It's the best of 7 series.
That's right.
But yeah, one more thing as well. There are plans, somewhat tentatively, sort of early stages, to do a I'm a Speedrunner IS sort of documentary, retrospective look-back series. Which is basically the previous incarnations of tournaments ran by Ratchet 5. So leave a comment. This is proof that you've basically watched it. Leave a comment in the comment section below, saying if you want that or what are some of your IS memories and stuff like that, because we want to try and sort of chronicle a bit of the history a bit more. So then our obscure references that we cannot resist making actually make sense in these videos, because we're very self-aware that we kind of ramble about all this past shit.
Yeah, because I mean, as we know, we're talking about the history of these tournaments. We talk about how these tournaments date back to 2009, and now we're in 2020. 10 years of history.
Yeah.
And most of it is just very obscure in random videos. There's no one place where you can get like an info dump on the history of IAS. So we're planning to do a bit of a chronicle, a bit of a discussion about it.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, please let us know. But I think that's for this week.
up.
We'll wrap up the weekly roundup. I've been Nintendogen64. He, as always, has been CrystalFissure.
I have been.
And as we always say, CrystalFissure,
What do we say?
we say goodbye and good night. Bang.